Hey everyone, it's John Grimm here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the CRKT Obake. First thing you'll notice is that it has a very interesting looking handle. You might be thinking, that looks kind of similar to a oh wait, yes. This knife is very reminiscent of a small katana, also known as a wakizashi. This knife is designed by Lucas Burnley, and he did it like that on purpose. That way it really emits a sort of traditional vibe, while at the same time really pulling off a modern, cool look using, this style of sheath and nylon cording. Interesting cord. I figured out how it works. I will be going over that later. Anyway, nylon wrapped handle with the raised skin. It looks very reminiscent of a traditional Japanese sword, while also maintaining a very modern and cool look. It's like a sort of close-up on the sheath and the handle. Next thing you'll notice that you guys, if you don't know about the Obakes yet and you're here to learn about it, is that it has a very interesting blade. This is a titanium nitride acid etched thing. Yes, a thing. Jesus, coding. English is hard. You'll notice that it does have this almost spatter design. It's covered in titanium nitride, and they used a sort of acid etching to remove some of it to show the bare steel underneath. Focus, there we go. Take a good look at that. Really beautiful, and what I love about that is, believe it or not, every blade is unique. Oi, focus. Jesus. Every blade is unique, and that's really nifty, because you're not just getting a generic production line knife. I mean, technically you are, but yours will look very different from any other under a microscopic lens. So, optimism. Moving on, well, let's talk about knife dimensions. Let's do this. I know a lot of you guys like to just put all the stats up here somewhere. I respect that. It's easy, gets all the information where it needs to be, people can clearly see what it is. Doesn't waste any time, like me, what I'm doing right now. But I don't know, I prefer to just measure all the dimensions on camera. It's a personal thing. Making more work for myself, what can I say? Alright, so, blade length from actual cutting end to top thing. Looking at 3 6/16. Handle length, you can see it's it's close to 4 2/16. It's right about there. Overall length, a little over 7 9/16. So it's a fairly small blade. Let's do, before I forget, blade stock thickness, about 2/16 even. Blade width at its thickest cutting edge point to the spine, 11/16. Alright, that'll do it for dimensions. I don't know what the weight is. It's the spine is straight. It might be slightly deceiving with the cord wrapped handle and the fact that this half is constantly just rounded out. Actually, I think on camera it looks pretty straight. But yeah, anyway, so the spine is completely straight, and the handle and the blade, it's just a constant curve. Let's see how it fits my hand. So I can actually, comfortably grip the entire handle. And you can see, my god, I have baby hands. You can see that the blade is just sticking out right there. If you haven't noticed, this knife is very stabby and very tactical and high speed, low drag, as Nick Shabazz would put it. It's definitely designed for self-defense, if you ask me. The blade is 8CR14 MOV stainless steel, which is slightly better than 8CR13, but still not all that great. It's stainless, but that doesn't matter too much because it has this titanium nitride coating. Nylon cord handle, and it's dipped in an epoxy, so it's actually a hard wrap handle. Let me see if I can make this make noise. I don't think that helped at all. That actually might. I don't know how well that's coming through. but it makes it have really good traction. It's actually surprisingly comfortable for being hard. It's traditionally wrapped the way a normal katana would be. Has faux raised skin, which is a little bumpy bottom that you can see right up in there. The sheath is glass reinforced nylon. Fit up is nice. It holds really well, surprisingly, but it also releases easily. They do offer you, where is it? Also, quick side note, this is the box it comes in. Yep. Also, while I'm opening this up, do you guys notice that my camera is back to normal? The belt clip isn't in here. Anyway, yeah, my camera is back to normal because I found my phone clip for my tripod. Yay! I do not have the pocket clip because, sorry, I don't have the belt clip because I didn't like it. It's a generic belt clip that you would screw onto one side. The blade has to be horizontal, so, you know, it'd be in your belt somewhere, like hanging like that. You'd pull that. It's designed to be tactical and self-defensive. Little skull bead here. I'll be honest, I've kind of grown to like it. I like the sheath. The way I carry this in the pocket is I carry it on the right side. Once that's through like that, I pinch the bead all the way down. I just pull on the nylon cord while at the same time pulling on the bead. Get nice and tight. And there we go. I have it hanging off my belt like this. And usually I'll put it in my pocket. And then when I need it, I just kind of pull it out, put it on the blade. Blade is in my hand ready to use, and the sheath is nicely dangling to the side out of the way. Very convenient. I actually really love the carry design on this knife. Really good job, Lucas Burnley. I know this knife has been out for a couple of years, but there will always be people finding out about this knife. Moving on from my rants, let's talk about major nitpicks on this knife. First one, pocket clip being not Kydex. Second one, the blade steel. You're paying $30, about $30 for this knife on Amazon. I saw the review that We All Juggle Knives did on this, and his edge came pretty good out of the box. It managed to cut the papers nicely. Mine did not. I wish I kept the factory edge to show that, but I'm not a brilliant person. I went and I sharpened it immediately after finding out that it sucked. It can get a pretty nice edge. Let me see if I can show this off without flopping. I flopped! It's doing a weird thing, and I'll explain why. I want to completely reprofile the edge. I want to see if I can get the edge to be thinner, because I don't know why. You have to like cut straight down if you want this edge to be any good. I don't know why. If you try cutting sideways, it messes up all the time. If anyone knows why it does that, please let me know in the comments. That way I know how to handle the situation. Sorry, what I'm trying to do is focus in that I can show you it, see if it can shave arm hairs. I'm already missing a decent amount of arm hair because I'm constantly working on knives. So you can see it's cutting arm hair. God, I'm trying to keep this video short. Why do I always do this? My next major complaint is that they use nylon for the cording. I would have been much happier for the pricing if had they used paracord. Technically, it doesn't really make a difference for what the purposes are. But I don't know, better quality material for the price you're paying. I think it's worth it. $30 is a lot of money to pay for, similar to ACR 13. Now, my most sincere complaint, the complaint that makes me tell you guys to be wary when buying this knife. Because if it didn't have this, I'd tell you $30 is kind of expensive, but the knife is just a beautiful thing to own aesthetically. I can't show this off. Can you guys see that? The entire blade is bent to the left ever so slightly. You can even notice it when it's laying down on the table. When it's laying down like this, more sticks out, the handle sticks up higher than when it's like this. It's insane. The entire blade came bent. It shouldn't be like that. I tried bending it back into place because it's a soft steel, but it won't do it. And I'm not about to sink and heat this up just to have a straight blade. It's not worth it. So I'm stuck with a bent blade. The edge is still straight, so I guess functionally it's not that big of a deal. But aesthetically, and for someone who suffers from an OCD, it drives me insane. I think that's by far my biggest fault with the knife. But that could just be a quality control issue. Maybe you won't have that issue. And honestly, even though it has that, it's still functional. It still fits in the sheath nicely. And it's still an amazing piece to own. Overall, guys, I love this knife and I would recommend it to you guys. I would. Even if it does have that slight bend in it, just a dynamite knife. Lucas Burnley, I love the design of this knife. Now, if you're interested in this knife and you want to check it out for yourself, I will be providing a link in the description. You can check it out on Amazon. Alright guys, that's it. It's John Grimm. I hope this video was entertaining and informative, and most importantly, I hope it made your day a little less grim. Bye.